Hi guys, my name is Shawn Paul. I'm a student physiotherapist. Today I'm going to be wrapping my patient Dan's right upper extremity with lymphedema. Prior to coming to this session, I told Dan to lotion his arm and make sure his arm is nice and hydrated. So before I get wrapping, I'm going to explain the difference between short stretch and long stretch bandage. So here I have short stretch. Now, short stretch will only stretch up to 20 to 40% of its original length as compared to long stretch, which stretches out to be 140% of its original length. Now, when working with patients regarding lymphedema management, we want to use short stretch bandages because we are striving for a high working pressure and a low resting pressure. With long stretch compression, it provides the reverse effect. So it provides a high resting pressure and a low working pressure, which is not what we want when addressing lymphedema. So the purpose of this lymphedema wrapping is to utilize short stretch to achieve adequate venous and lymphatic return. So before that, I'm going to place a stockinette on my patient's arm, and I already pre-cut a hole for the thumb. So I put this on you, Dan. All right. Perfect. I'm going to take this off actually your finger now. Then next, I'm going to take the finger bandage, and then I'm going to individually wrap each finger. So with the finger bandage, we're going to start at the base of the wrist. I'm going to anchor it under. Come around towards the pinky. And then go around the end. And then the base. Underneath. And then the fourth finger, go around the end, and then the base, underneath. And then for longer fingers, I typically will do 3 wraps, just because they're longer. So around the top, the middle, and then the base, under, second finger, same thing again, top, middle, base, and lastly we're going to do the thumb. And the last of the roll, we'll just loosely wrap up towards the wrist. And then I'll just tuck it in. Perfect. Then I'm going to bring back the stockinette down. Make sure there are no wrinkles in stockinette. Then next, I'm going to apply the foam, which the foam, again, has another pre-cut hole for the thumb. I'm going to stick this in right here. Again, wrap the foam nice and evenly, consistently up towards the arm. Want to make sure that there's no gapping and have consistent layering. And with the foam, I'm going to use a clip to keep it in place. Perfect. It's in, and then I'm going to bring the stockinette down. And then you're going to fold this part up. Perfect. And then we're going to start the short stretch bandage. Now this is a 6 centimeter width bandage. You're going to start right above the wrist. And we're going to work our way down towards the hand. Now with this bandage, we're going to keep 25% pull and consistent wrapping halfway through each layer. Once you get towards the hand, I'm going to go underneath and tuck between thumb space. And then at the hand, we're going to provide 3 layers. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. 3 layers. And then we're just going to work our way back up, nice loosely, up the arm with the rest of the bandage. And then I'm going to take the corner, fold it, and tuck it in. All right. Next bandage we're going to take is the 8 centimeter. Now this one's going to start right at the wrist. This one we're going to move all the way up towards, I'm going to have you make a fist for me, up towards the axilla. Again, keeping it nice consistent layering. Now once we're working our way up, once we hit the elbow, we're going to provide a X. So at this point, right here, I'm going to come up and spiral. And then back down. So arm, so there's a nice X there. And then back down, and then just tuck it in. At this point, I'm going to make sure everything goes firm. Good. You open your hand up for me. Then I'm going to take this 10 centimeter, and I'm going to have it where the drop off is. And usually the drop off is going to be where we had started the first bandage, right above the wrist, and that's going to be right here. So this one, we're going to go in the reverse direction now. We're going to work our way up towards the axilla. Keeping the layering nice and consistent. Fold the corner, tuck it. All right, at this point again, I'm going to check, make sure everything's firm and secure. It should be a lot firmer distally and less firmer proximally, which it is. And the last one we're going to take is our 12 centimeter bandage. We're going to start right at the wrist again. Then I'm going to have Dan make a fist for me one more time. And then lastly, I'm going to make my way all the way up towards the axilla. Then here I'll take some tape and I'll just try to keep it nice and tight. And again, lastly, make sure everything's in place. So, and that's my presentation on upper extremity bandaging. So some things I could work on at the end, of course, we would tape this to keep it nice and secure. I could keep it a little bit more consistent bandaging. Some layers seem a little bit less than others. But overall, looks pretty good, and I'll see if Dan has some mobility, and he does. Thanks, guys.